everybody, and welcome to our Monday Live. Every Monday, we're here on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and in a minute on TikTok as well. And we have a lot of questions. People are asking about the registry. We had a lot of things happen this week, so we're here for you guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And as always, drop your questions and we'll be on with you 5 p.m., 5 in a few minutes. Today was a little bit a long day, but we're here with you. So let's talk about the registry. Who needs to register? Why are they doing this? All the immigration questions you have. Take advantage of this time. Ask your question. Let me know also where you're from. We have a lot of people here. We got Hawaii, Nigeria, Philippines. So yeah, just let me know where you're from and ask you questions. People were concerned this week about this registry thing that they're doing. And essentially, if you are in the United States undocumented and you didn't go through the process of registering before, meaning that you didn't have any other visa, or if you're Canadian that entered the United States without an I-94, then they have the right to, you should be registering, right? And so, I talked about my position on that. I think, I will wait for sure before you guys register. We need to get some more information about this program. What are they going to do with this info? It's people were quite anxious about it, whether they should register or not. And so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We've got people from all over the world watching here on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So let's start with it. We had a pretty long week. We had the gold card announcement, the crazy gold card. They talked about the $5 million green card. We had the registry obviously this week. We having just an announcement that I posted this morning, a video that talks about IRS being pressured by DHS to share information. Over 700,000 people that they want their addresses, they want to know where they are, people that use their ITIN numbers to pay taxes, and now they want to know where they are. And again, like I said, they started with saying that, we're going to be deporting only criminals, but now we know that that's not the case because they're targeting not just criminals, they're targeting pretty much any person who is in the wrong place and the wrong time, and you happen to be undocumented, you are subject to deportation. So we need to talk about why is it happening, what we can be doing, and all these things, right? So let's start with some questions here on YouTube. We've got a question from Stacy. Stacy saying, I filed my 751 after divorce. Will they interview me or make me wait until I apply for citizenship? That's a good question. It depends on what they want to do, Stacy. In most cases, I think that they probably won't interview you. They're reserving that for citizenship. We see more and more citizenship cases that people are being interviewed. In those cases, turn out to be almost like a green card interview. So if you're not going to get your interview in the next year or so, most likely it will happen during your citizenship if you apply for citizenship. But some people are getting interviews as well right now. I mean, we see it all across the so we have Sweet who's asking, what are your thoughts about the Dream Act being introduced? I think it's a good thing. Obviously, I don't know of the chances of it passing this time in 2025, but I do believe that these are things that it's important for this to happen, and I do believe that at some point something like that will pass. The fact that they're talking about a dream act for DACA recipients, and making this something permanent, you'll see a challenge going through this, but at some point it's going to pass. Let's see here. Nahur is asking, I have been documentary qualified since December 21st, 2023. I have not received my interview date yet. I'm in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian citizen, but currently in Dubai. My wife is a United States citizen. What can I do? So remember, right now, even if you're documentary complete or qualified, it's really about the backlogs. It's really about the backlogs to determine what and how we are going to be, processing those cases. So some of these embassies are taking longer than others, and it's just the reality. So, unless you do an expedite, you just have to wait. If you want to join on video on YouTube, I'm going to post the link in the comments right now. Perfect. And you'll be able to join that. And if you're watching on TikTok, you can request to join the live. Just request to join the live at the bottom of your screen. You have a thing you can join, and you can join the live. And I'd love to see you guys on video. Thanks for the hearts, and don't forget our challenge. We've got the heart cloud challenge. So I'd love to get some more of those. Let's hit that challenge. But I definitely want to see more of you guys on video, and let's see. So people have said, if you're not registering, they're going to label you as a criminal. We are not sure about that yet. We're not sure what they're going to do for people who are not going to register. But like I said, I would have you, consult an immigration attorney before you think about registering, because once you register, you will give them all the information. They're going to know where you live. They're going to know everything about you. So I would be definitely thinking about it multiple times before you do that. Let's take a question from Instagram. We've got a lot of people on Instagram. Let's see here. We've got Mr. Music, Conky Music. If I'm married with a pending I-130 and because of that, my asylum case is put off and pending, can I be deported? I go to Social Security and a work permit. If you're married and you have a pending I-130, I don't think you're going to be deported. Get an attorney and you can be released, obviously. Inam, the dancer, says, I'm here on DACA. Can DACA recipients with real ID travel within the US, for example, Hawaii? Yes, absolutely. If you have ID right now, whether you have a real ID or not, you can still travel in the United States. Jared Felix says, if you're filing EB2 and IW under 245I, do you have to submit all the documents together? Yes. If you're doing 245I, the idea behind 245I is that you want to do an application that doesn't require you to leave the United States, and you have to submit it all at the same time, because we want to prove to them that you qualify for this benefit. Absolutely. So if you're on Instagram, post more questions, and you can also send DMs on Instagram. All right, and we have Miss Sadie on YouTube who wants to join us. Sadie, how are you?
I'm good. I have a question. I listened to you earlier on one of your streamings, and you was talking about the immigration, how they looking at deeper documents.
Okay.
For looking at deep for married couples.
Correct.
And my question is, how is they going to do that when the person is not approved either from that end or either from the end of the United States, and they're not approved yet to have their names on the same documents, like the bank statements?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they got to be approved.
So if the person is not in the US and the American citizen is in the US, you're saying, how can they show that they have documents together, right?
Right. Because it can be difficult. either way, because my husband is from Gambia,
Right.
and so he's home now. It actually took 3 years, believe it or not, and I did my own paperwork, but it wasn't we wasn't I wasn't the problem. It was just the waiting time,
Yeah.
and it was during the time of COVID, so
Yeah.
it just slowed things down. But he's
No,
home now. Praise the Lord for that.
no, absolutely. No, I'll tell you how they do it. So, if you have a spouse overseas and you're here, what they're looking for is the communication. So they're looking about, are
Okay,
you guys texting each other? Are you guys talking on the phone? Are you maintaining connection?
okay,
So if you're living in the US,
okay. I
they're gonna
got you.
check if you have bills and all that. But if you're overseas, they're gonna see how often do you email him? How often do you guys talk on the phone? You're gonna keep records of all your
That's
communication.
true.
That's what they want more versus joint things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I actually had to go to Senegal. I had
Yeah.
married over there in
How many
Gambia,
times did you
but I
go
had
there?
to go back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to go back to Senegal to prove that my marriage was legit.
Right. No, that's fine.
I sure did, but it wasn't a problem for me. But I could tell you this too, that when it gets close time to, it was my year was almost up. You know how your year be up? They could turn around and make you pay all over again.
No,
And
no, of course.
so when my year was almost up, right? So I contacted my senator, Marco Rubio, and I had his staff, to contact the embassy in Senegal, and
Yeah.
the ambassador. The ambassador sent them an email, gave me that letter, and told me when
Yeah.
I get to Senegal on Mondays or Wednesdays, just walk straight in. And that's exactly what happened. And that's how my case got finished.
Nice. No, that's great. But like I said,
Yes.
people overseas is more about the communication. And I'm glad that you brought that question because people are confused about it. All right.
Yeah. Because I
Thank you so
was.
much. Thank you so much,
Yeah. Because
Sadie.
we did. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Have a
it.
good night. Thank you. Yeah, so like I said, if you have a case overseas, you don't have obviously bills and things together, but you do have proof that you're communicating, that you're keeping in touch. If you're watching um, on TikTok and you want to join the live, you can request to be added to the stream. And if you're watching this on TikTok and you are watching it now, make sure you follow me first of all and share the live. You can, there's a three buttons at the bottom. Share the live so more people can join us and join the conversation. Let's take some questions from TikTok here. I'm undocumented. My wife is a U.S. citizen. Can my wife file taxes without hurting my case? Yes, shouldn't be a problem. She can file your tax. She can file taxes. She's a U.S. citizen. Even if you're listed on it, it's still fine. Romina is asking, how can we book a consultation with you? And I mention this every live, guys. If you're watching this on the live, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, there's a phone number right here on the screen at the top, and I will put a banner here as well so you can see it. All you have to do is send me a text using this number. If you're watching it on TikTok, all you have to do is go to the bio, and in my bio, there's a link, there's a phone number there. Screenshot it, send me a text right now from the live and say, hey, I saw you on the live. I want to book an appointment. And people who are watching this on the live get a priority. As always, you get a priority for consultations by watching the live. So, go to the link in my bio, take the phone number there and send me a text. And if you're watching this on YouTube, take advantage of this. Send me a text right now while you're watching this live, and let's make it happen. All right. Let's see. And when we have some people on TikTok who want to join on the live, then we will join you guys on the screen. All you have to do is request to be joined. Please, I have a question. Can you invite me? Yeah, just join the live and I'll get you on the screen. Kevin says, I received an RFE for medical only after SIJI, and submitted medical exam. How long do you see the approvals? After you submit the medical exam, minimum of 6 months. It's just like a regular request for evidence, and it will take 6 months. Don't forget, guys, we have a challenge here, the Cloud Hearts. Who's going to be the first one to do that? I am waiting for you guys to do that. Perfect. Paul is asking, let's say your first interview got waived for conditional green card. What's the chance of getting called back for the 10 years? If that doesn't happen, will citizenship interview be harder? Yes, so the chances of getting called for the 751 interview are, I would say, 50%. But if you're not going to be called for the 751, then they will call you for sure. When you apply for citizenship, you'll have a full blown green card interview. I had a client that went for their citizenship interview. They didn't have an interview for the green card, for the second green card. They didn't have that. And they had a, like a full blown green card interview. They asked them all the questions. He had to provide proof for the for this, and yeah, so it was kind of, it was definitely more complicated. Um, I'm an F1 student applying for adjustment of status. My parent applied for a green card, and my priority date is March 2018. Could it be processed by the end of summer? Um, you apply for AOS. Your parents apply for a green card. I don't know if it's gonna move before summer. To be honest with you, I feel like a lot of the family-based categories are not moving fast enough, and I don't think anything is gonna move before probably beginning of summer. So maybe like late May. Um, it's just because the backlogs, guys. The backlogs are pretty bad, so I don't see it happening. I don't see it moving anytime sooner. F2A application. If you're married to a green card holder, your cases might be moving a little bit faster. Also around April time, but I don't think anything's going to happen before that. Carly's asking, do you still think on TikTok, do you still recommend doing advanced parole for DACA? Absolutely. If you have DACA and you haven't done advanced parole, I think you should, guys. I think you should. And again, those of you guys watching on TikTok, thanks for the hearts, thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. Remember, we have the our goal, the cloud heart. So make sure we do that. And I definitely want to see more of you on video. So if you want to join on video, just request to join on TikTok, and I can get you on screen. Brian says, "Do you work on VAWA cases?" Yeah, absolutely. We have we have a family division at the office. We do VAWAs, we do waivers, and of course, we have the business division as well. So we do it all. I think Humbert is on YouTube, waiting here. So we're getting Humbert on the screen. Humbert, where are you from? And turn your camera on so we can see you.
Hello,
Are
I'm
you?
calling from I'm calling from Jamaica.
You're from Jamaica. Okay, excellent. Let me know what your question
Yes,
is,
sir.
and let's see. And then again, those of you
So,
guys on TikTok, please join the queue. Thanks, Mars. Appreciate it. What is your question?
so, so my question is real quickly. My husband and I started dating in 2020. We got married in 2022. He's an
Okay.
American citizen. Filed Form I-130 March 15, 2023. He did the biometrics June 28,
Yeah.
2023.
Okay.
In 2024, about November, we had reached out to USCIS, wasn't really getting anything. So he spoke to his congressman, Dan Goldman, who reached out to them. They said there was a delay. However, we tried to reach back out to them to see if the case has moved up to date. Each time they would say the processing time would be like in January, at January 25th, 2025, for us to get an
Okay.
answer. Then they move it to February. Now it was at March 20, and we called today. When we called, my husband asked what's going on because March 15th of this year would make 2 years, and I am a U.S. citizen. And how come we know persons that are
Yeah.
green card holders that their case have been processed and before us?
Yeah.
And now they moved to April 3rd. So we're like, not even a visa my wife cannot get because the fact is that I have to be traveling to Jamaica from 2020. I've been traveling out there to see my wife,
Okay.
and I work over here, and we're trying to build a future over in America. So I don't understand what's going on, what is happening, why she's not getting through, why we're not hearing anything. There was that um call after April 2023. There's not an answer, so we don't know, but we just wanted some answers like what is going on from 2023. Nothing, nothing.
So,
We
you
don't
know,
know what's happening. and it's
You know,
just crazy.
I'll tell you, there are many US citizens that are trying to wait for their spouse's cases, right? And they're just stuck. And it's mostly the individual
Right.
embassies, right? So your case is sitting in the National Visa Center right now, right? But the problem is that, correct, right? You're at the National Visa
Okay.
Center. So the National Visa Center is like a warehouse
We
that
have a
you what?
we haven't
Is
heard
your
from
case?
USCIS. They haven't given us to
Oh,
say that
so your case,
yes, we
is with
approve it.
USCIS,
Move.
right?
No. Right. Right.
USCIS. So, I think there must be some kind of an issue with the case because it's unreasonable for UCIS to hold a US citizen case for so long. So if the congressman is not working,
Right.
if have you tried the ombudsman's office? It's another agency that you can call.
No.
It's I would try the ombudsman because they're kind of like the internal affairs of immigration. They're checking if there's a problem with your case and the congressman cannot help. The
Right.
ombudsman's office could potentially to help your case. They can because they can find out why
Right.
is it
Right.
delayed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes people realize that there's a problem with the case, but they never received any information from the immigration, right? So you need to. I would.
Right.
That's what I
Right.
would do. I would contact the ombudsman's office right now and see what happens. And if they don't give you an answer, then
Okay. I'll let my
could you could potentially sue them. But I wouldn't sue them yet. I would go to the ombudsman office to
right.
get some information, and if that doesn't work, then we look at the lawsuit. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And if you need help
I'll
with
definitely
the
let my
follow up,
husband know.
you can reach out to me as well. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Appreciate it. Okay.
Like I said, UCIS immigration will hold people's cases sometimes for no reason. Sometimes they can lose your file. So if it's taking too long and it's beyond processing times, there's things you can do. We can always sue them, right? The mandamus lawsuit is designed to force them to do their job, right? So once again, thanks. I see a lot of questions here on TikTok. If you do want to join me on video, you can request to join on video. And thanks for the hearts. And make sure you follow me if you're watching this on TikTok. If I file the adjustment of status through marriage before Trump, is there a chance to get interview waiver? Yeah, absolutely. People still get, thanks, Senu, appreciate it. People still get interview waivers. Absolutely. They do get. Thank you so much, Senu, appreciate it. People still get interview waivers, but more and more people are getting interviews. All right, guys. So that's just the reality. Let's take a few questions from Instagram because it doesn't show on my thing here. Let's see. Can they? Catherine says, can they waive your ISM-51 when you have an N-400 interview? Correct. They can waive the interview for the SEM-51, but they'll interview both of you for the green card and the citizenship during the citizenship. New DACA proposition only for those that already have it. Doesn't include new applicants that got approved but paused in the middle. If they pass that act, it's going to be for everybody. It's not just for the current one. G says, can they waive your SEM-51 when you have? Yes, they can. Any updates for EB3 processing under this government? EB3 is stuck right now. There's a lot of people who are waiting for green cards through employment. Thank you so much, Senu. Appreciate it. And those green cards are stuck. And, I don't think you're going to see any movement before August, unfortunately. Thank you so much. We're almost there, Senu. You're the best. Join me on video so I can say thank you to you. Jenny is asking on Instagram, my husband has approved I-130. We are at the visa center now, national visa. We have fingerprints. He applied for the advanced parole. Would he have to register or is he already in the system? No, he's considered to be registered. He already had fingerprints. So he's good to go. Let's see here. Can a self-employed cleaning company apply for H-1B visa? So it depends. Like I said, the company itself is not what is called a specialty occupation. But maybe, because you are franchising it, maybe because you are doing other things and you have a business degree, then you can apply for self-petition H-1B as a senior, manager in a company. You know what I mean? So there are different ways where we can structure the H-1B. Remember, H-1B season starts on March 7th. We're just a few days away. And this is the professional work visa. If you have a degree, this year you can sponsor yourself on the H-1B visa. So if you're looking to apply for that work visa and you don't have an employer, you should consider doing the self-petition because it's the first year that it's available. And we feel that more people will qualify for that. So why not, right, guys? Why not? Let's see here. We got a person who wants to ask questions on TikTok on video. What is your name and where are you from? And if you can activate your video, that'll be great.
Hi, Jacob. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from? And you're from Illinois. Excellent. And what is your question?
My question is, my 601 is approved
Okay.
January 17th.
Okay.
My question is, do I need? I know I need to file the DS-260.
Okay.
So after that, they're gonna request an interview.
Correct.
Do I need to
Is the waiver approved already?
the I-6 the I-601? Yes.
Okay, great.
So my question is, do I need to fly to Juarez for the interview?
Is it for you or for the who is the immigrant?
I am.
You're the one. Yeah. You'll have to go to the interview once it's scheduled. Absolutely. You'll have to go to Juarez. You'll have to attend the medical there, everything.
So there's no way I can get the interview in Illinois, correct?
No. How did you come here? Did you come here without inspection?
My mom brought me to the United States when I was 2 months.
Yeah, so that's why you have to go. Because the way you enter without inspection. And that's the reason why you have to go to the interview. That's why you're doing the waiver. The waiver is supposed to prevent you from being stuck over there.
Okay, so with the new laws, with Donald Trump and everything, I will not have no issues with
No. So far he didn't do anything to hurt the waivers or stuff like that. So if you guys have, so far this is the only way for you to fix your papers. That has not changed, right? So
Okay.
now, if anything changes in that area before you go, obviously, you'll hear about it. I'm sure I'm going to make videos about it. All the other lawyers will. But
Yes, because
for now, it's safe.
Because once I submitted all the papers, I didn't have a baby with my husband, and now I have a baby. So I was just trying to prevent flying to Illinois.
No, of course, I understand. But I think before you go to this appointment, you should talk to a lawyer to review all the paperwork again to make sure there's no holes in your case, right? But so far, it seems like you should be okay. But I definitely think you should talk to an attorney before the interview date. 3 weeks before the interview, meet with a lawyer, meet with 2 lawyers, different lawyers.
Do I need to get a lawyer for that?
Absolutely. And the reason why you should get a lawyer is because a lawyer should review your entire history. And because imagine you have the waiver approved. You have a 601A waiver,
Yes.
right? But imagine they find in your file that you had some kind of misrepresentation. For example, instead of saying this, you said that on the forms. Immigration may consider that to be a misrepresentation, right? If they think that you misrepresented you in any way, the waiver is not going to help you. The waiver is only good to cure the illegal entry. That's it. If you have something else in your record that they think is a problem, that waiver is not going to help you. Do you understand? That's why you need to have somebody review your file before you go. Okay? You have time. You still have time. Because the DS-260, it says at least another year. But make sure an attorney reviews your file because the waiver is only good for one thing. It's only good for the unlawful entry, right?
Okay.
So if you need help in the future, get in touch with me.
Okay. Thank you, Jacob.
All right. Thank you so much. remember, guys, when you are here undocumented and you have a U.S. citizen apply for you, and you guys are going through the waiver, it's a great idea. But the 601A waiver is only curing one thing. It cures the illegal entry. If you have other problems, misrepresentation, um, you have illegal employment that is, verified because they can see that you pay taxes. All these things might require a second waiver. Don't leave the country until you speak with a lawyer and you can verify what is the right thing to do. um, let's see. We have Veronica here who is asking on YouTube. Good evening. I filed for my sons in 2020. I've not heard anything. Adult and single. How are they now? Unfortunately, if you're a citizen, you file for your adult sons, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take probably over, I don't know, 7 years or more. So you're still waiting for the visa numbers. That's really the problem with our system. The visa numbers, you have to wait forever for brothers and sisters, for adult children of US citizens, all these things. Carmen is asking on YouTube, can you help clients in other states? Yes, absolutely. I can help clients in all 50 states. Immigration law is federal. And if you need my help, you're watching this on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. The number is on the screen right now. This is especially for you guys watching the live. And if you are watching the live on TikTok, all you have to do is go to the link in my bio. There's a phone number in my bio. All you have to do is just screenshot that number and send me a text right now from the live. Say, hey, I saw you on the live. I want to book a call with you. Anybody who's texting from the live will be prioritized for consultations. My schedules these days are double booked, but I'm always giving priority for the live viewers because you're taking the time to be with me right now. I'm here after work trying to give you all the information for free. So if you want to book a consultation to discuss your case specifically, because we can talk online in general terms, but you need to know that your specific case might be something that I can do. So yeah, take advantage of this. Use the number in my bio here on TikTok. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. Send me a text right now and request a consultation. Say, I saw you on the live. Mention that you were on the live to get the priority, and the same thing for YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, the same number here. And it's specifically for you guys because many of you are telling me that they are not able to book consultations. And so that's why on the live, I'm giving priority, guys. A question here, can a BSN RN do a self-petition H-1B? No, you cannot do the H-1B as a nurse, but you can do it as a manager, as a healthcare manager for the practice. So let's say you have a nursing consulting company, or you're doing home care. You can be as a manager, but you cannot do the H-1B as a nurse because nurse is not a specialty occupation for H-1B. Hussein says, I'm a U.S. citizen. I work for the U.S. Air Force. My wife recently arrived to the United States. She was in finance. My fiance visa. My question is, can I expedite her green card on basis of the military? Yes, absolutely. I would try it. You can say you just came back from overseas. You were in the Air Force. You're in the military. You need your wife to get your green card. I would definitely use that, 100%. Vernie is asking, is the live still on? Absolutely. We are still live, 100% live. You made it. Because the funny thing is, on YouTube, you can watch the live on replay. But this is live. We are live right now. If you're watching this, I'm here. I'm waving my hands. We are live. Absolutely. And obviously on TikTok, we're live. And if you're watching this on TikTok, do me a big favor. Please share the live. You got a little arrow at the bottom. You can click it and share the live so more people can join us and we can have this conversation and discussion. And also, if you're here for the first time, please follow my account. I want to make sure you will not miss any of my lives or any of my daily videos I post every day. Let's take some questions on Instagram. Let me see here. We've got Brittany says, will affect my case if somebody tried to cross me with their U.S. citizen papers when I was 2 years old? Potentially, it could be a problem. It's a smuggle-in case, but we can try to do that. Challenger 29, can I join your live? You can join the live, but I'm streaming on YouTube. So if you go on YouTube, you can join the live on video. I'm not adding people on Instagram right now, but what I will do is next Monday, when we do the live on Instagram, I'm going to get another device so I can actually get people live on Instagram directly, because right now the only way you can see me is because I'm streaming on a streaming tool, but I can't add you. But if you want to join, you can just hop into YouTube and you can join on video. But next week I'll do a second phone and we'll add people from Instagram. I'm not getting visa dates in India. Why is the delay? Because India is backlogged. That's why. India is super backlogged. If you have cases in India, in Islamabad, Pakistan, and in Lagos, Nigeria, you have you have so many delays. It's unreal. All right, let's get I think Will has been waiting. Let me see here. I think is Bahama. If you have video, join us on video. We're taking a video on TikTok, and we will have a question from Veroni afterwards. Can you hear me, Bahama? Yeah.
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What is your question? Of course.
I have a case.
Yeah.
I have a Q1 visa in 2021.
What kind of visa do you have?
I have it with the citizen Q1.
Okay, one. Got it. Yeah.
And I got married with citizenship in United States before 3 months.
Okay.
Then I separated with my wife and I go back to my country.
Okay.
I don't have money to fix my adjustment status.
Okay.
I go back to my country. So just ask if I fix my status from my country right now.
But are you still with the same lady or no?
Contract.
Are you still with her or no?
I stay there.
So you guys are still together.
No, I separated.
Okay. So how do you want to fix your paper now? You're gonna marry. What are you gonna do?
I don't know how.
Well, what I mean is that you try to do it through the fiance visa, right? So, I don't know if you guys heard it on YouTube and the other platform, but essentially he came on a fiance visa, but he separated from his fiance, and so he wasn't able to file for the adjustment. He left. Now that you're overseas, you have to find another way. So either through a work visa or where are you from? Which country?
Algeria, North Africa.
Algeria. Okay. No, I mean, if you're not in a relationship with this lady, you have to come here a different way. You have to apply for a work visa or something. Yeah.
If I do the visitor visa or tourist visa,
You can try. You can try. Absolutely. You can try a tourist visa but like I said, this thing is over. The fiance visa is done. Now you have to find other ways, All right.
this is what I want.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you can definitely do it, but you have to do it a different way. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, remember, guys, if you come here on a fiance visa and you're not going to marry the U.S. citizen petitioner, you have to go back, because the fiance visa is very strict. It has very strict rules, and if you don't follow those rules, you can't do it from here. Yvonne says, watching live for the first time from Portland, Oregon. Amazing. I appreciate you, Yvonne. Veroni is asking, I have a question. My friend husband died in 2024. She got married 22. She's in Jamaica waiting for the interview. What next? So if the petitioner died, you have an option to substitute the sponsor. There's a way to do it. There's a sponsor substitute petition. She needs an attorney to do that for her, and I recommend to do this as soon as possible. Christina, I'm in the United States with an F2 visa. Can I apply for EB2 to obtain a work permit? Absolutely, you can do that. If you qualify for the EB2 NIW self-petition, then you should definitely do it and apply for a green card on your own. If you have a degree and an endeavor that will benefit the United States, then you can apply for a green card on your own without an employer. All right, let's see who else is here on TikTok. We have a lot of questions here. I received a receipt notice for in 2021 for I-360. Another one, the same case today. Is that bad? It's not bad. It's just like I think it's an immigration internal thing that they do. Good night, Jacob. How long will it take for us citizens' child to file for parent that is in the U.S.? It's about 10 months. About 10 months. If you do an adjustment of status in the United States, it's still the quickest way to get a green card out of all ways. And I recommend people to still do it in the United States. All right, let's see. Instagram. If I go, this is from Reyes. Travel Diaries Adventure. If I got denied for my removal of conditions from K1 visa, is it possible that my relative family, like grandmother or my aunt, can they help me stay in the US? No. If you got denied removal of conditions, you have to find another way. It's not going to be through your aunt or your grandma. My I-130 is still pending. My visa expired in August. What should I do before going home so that the petition won't stop? The I-130 is not going to stop just because you're going to leave. It will continue. It's not going to stop. Is there news on the F2A? So the F2A, which is the green spouses of green card holders, is still very much behind. I mean, I don't see it moving anytime soon, like too fast, maybe around April. And it's kind of ridiculous, right? You're green card holder, you can't even bring your spouse. It's really bad. Is marriage-based green card still good if everyone's saying those aren't working anymore? No, I mean, can you still file a green card based on marriage? People say it's not working anymore. No, I disagree. I mean, green card based on marriage are still alive and kicking. Nothing has changed in that respect in terms of immigration. They're just a little bit more strict, but you can still file a green card based on marriage. Nothing has changed. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. So if you have a spouse in the United States and you want to apply for a green card, you should do it. Nothing really has changed in that respect. Maybe it's going to be a little bit slower. Maybe they're going to investigate further your case. But I mean, if you're in a real bona fide marriage, nothing's going to change. I mean, you should still file. Yes, I mean they're definitely more strict right now. Devi says, I thought that this registry is only for those people that didn't come through the port of entry. Yes, most likely it's for people who didn't come through the port of entry, but some people who come through the port of entry and they don't get I-94, they don't get inspected, like some Canadians, they also are going to need to register, right? So it's not just if you didn't come through the port of entry. It's like what happens when you came and did you go through the process? Did they fingerprint you? Did they take your photo? And if they didn't, then they want you to register. But of course, it's targeting undocumented immigrants. John has been waiting patiently, sending me gifts here. So, John, on TikTok, put your video on.
How are you, Jacob?
I'm doing very. If you can put your video on, if you have video, that'll be amazing. And then ask your question. Let me know where you're from.
Yeah. I am from Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just talking on behalf of my friends. So just have a question. He had a question, but
Sure.
I'm trying to.
No worries.
So, his question is, he get married with U.S. citizen in 2014,
Okay.
and he came in 2020 in United States.
Okay.
And after 1 year, the guy, my friend, he just recognized that his wife was divorced in 2019.
Okay.
So now he's the good moral character guy. He do everything. He pay taxes, everything.
Okay.
He did a really good job in 5 years. So is he when he apply for naturalization, are you gonna find any issue or any problem in UCIS because he came in 2020, he divorced in 2019? So are you gonna find any problem?
You know, it's a good question. So, you know, if he got his green card through marriage, right?
Yeah, they've been married outside of US for 6 years and from
Yeah.
2014.
So if he got his green card through marriage, I mean, they'll ask him. They'll ask him, well, what happened? You know, they'll probably will question him about the marriage at some point during the citizenship. But if he has all the evidence, if he has everything he needs, I mean, he should be fine. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I just think that he needs to be ready for questions at the green card interview, at the naturalization, where they might question the marriage that he had before. They want to, oh, tell us this. How did you meet her? You know,
No, he have a bunch of evidence on.
That's fine.
So
I'm not worried.
is,
Yeah.
how they can, some lawyers scared them, or they can take your green card from your hand and they can
No.
deport you right now.
No, but no. I mean, anybody who scares you like that, you know, I've seen some videos as well. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Rick. Remember, guys, even if they suspect something is off, they can't just take your green card. They have to send you to court. You have the right to bring an attorney. You know, nothing is going to be immediate. Thank you, Shabak. I appreciate it.
So there's no worries, nothing.
No, I mean, they should come prepared. They should have all the documents in hand. I mean, that's all I would do. I mean, they shouldn't be worried about people taking their, you know. Thank you so much, Mrs. Perez.
The problem is now when you think technically when you see with the technically he came in the U.S. In 2020, but divorced in 2019. It means there's no it seems like a fraud, but there's a no fraud. There's nothing going on. That's a not fraud.
Well, again, for me to determine if it looks suspicious or not, I have to look at the whole history of the case, right? I have to look at the case history and determine if there's something fishy. So then before he applies for citizenship, he can have an idea of what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we can, you know, just to kind of summarize it, I would say, before he goes for citizenship, I would have him, you know, speak with an attorney just to review the file and make sure that there's nothing wrong there. That's all.
Okay. You got a phone call with your office, so they're gonna prepare.
Oh, perfect. Amazing.
With you, then we will talk to them later. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you guys.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. You know, I have a lot of questions people ask me about. I'm worried about applying for citizenship because I have all these things that happened during the green card. They didn't interview me. I didn't ask me for documents. You know, when you go to the citizenship interview, just to give you an idea, kind of like what happens at the citizenship interview, the officer has a thick file, and that file is your file, right? Everybody has one file. You only have one immigration file, right? And so the officer is going to look at the file and is going to say, oh, you know, when you got your green card, you didn't submit any evidence to prove the bona fides because, you know, 5-6 years ago, immigration officers were not asking for too many things during the first green card. They're like, oh, whatever. You get to the second green card, they'll ask you that. Well, first green card came, didn't ask you that much. Second green card came, didn't ask you that much. Now you're the citizenship. They have the whole file there, no documents in your file. And they're going to start questioning you. They're going to start asking you those questions. They're going to start investigating further during the citizenship. You know what I mean? So it really depends on your history. If you had a lot of documents during the green card process, they're not going to harass you too much during the citizenship. Question from Olamandia. I'm traveling to Nigeria. I have a 10-year green card. Can I go? Absolutely. If you have no problems during the green card, if you committed no crimes, if you didn't leave the country for too long, you're a green card holder. You can travel whenever you want. You don't have to worry about traveling, guys. Don't be worried about it. We have really good questions here on YouTube. Zanaka said, if I'm on a TN visa, can I apply for a green card through an employer-specific labor certification? Yes, absolutely. Even if you're on a TN, you can still apply for the green card. I do this all the time for my clients. You can apply for the green card, straight green card, and through the employer. So if you need help with that, let me know. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to book a consultation with me, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, there's a phone number on the screen right now. Take advantage of this phone number. Just screenshot, write it down, and send me a text right now from the live saying that you want to book a call with me, because live viewers getting priority to book consultations. And if you're watching this on TikTok, screenshot your go to my bio. On the bio, there's a phone number. Screenshot it. Send me a text. There's also a link. You can use the link as well. If you don't want to text, you can just put your information in the link. But the text number is the quickest. But just say, I saw you on the live. You can even text me right now, and I would like to have priority consultation, and my team will do the best they can to do that. Let's see who is here. Trying to get somebody else on. Okay, let me look at the order here. And here we go. I'm trying to add you. Okay. The order that you guys are requesting, I can get you in on the live. Okay. All right. I mean, there's so much anxiety right now. People are so worried. And that's why we're doing these lives every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Every Monday, 5 Pacific time, 2 minutes plus minutes. I'll be here every single Monday. Sometimes we do the lives during the week, sporadically. But if you want to, for sure, to be on the live every Monday, unless something happens, I'll be here to answer your questions. Clearly it doesn't work. We'll get the next person who is waiting. We've got Will. Will, where are you from? What is your question?
United States 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was 2 years ago because it was on April 7th.
Okay.
And I have a pending asylum and I have PPS also.
Okay.
And my worry is because I have an ICE interview. I have an ICE appointment. It's going to be my second ICE appointment.
Okay.
I'm worried about the new executive order the president just took about ICE can deport people who have been in the U.S. less than 2 years.
Correct.
Should I be worried because my ICE appointment is in this month. It's next week. Should I be worried about that?
Well, I mean, like I said, I would be always cautious with ICE, but remember, you have multiple processes going on right now. You've got the asylum, you've got so they won't, even if they give you some trouble, they can't do anything to you. You're eligible to go to appear before a hearing. You can go before a judge.
It's for June this year. My individual is for June this year.
Oh yeah, you have a hearing in June.
Yes.
Okay.
Individual hearing.
So the ICE is not going to do anything to you. You should be fine. I wouldn't worry about that. But like I said, every time we go into ICE right now, there's always concern, obviously. But bring the documents to show about your upcoming hearing. Make sure you have all that kind of stuff, right?
Okay. My GPS are approved and active.
Perfect. Then you're good. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, my friend. I mean, I feel bad for everybody. There's so much anxiety. People are worried about, what am I going to do? Can I go here? Can I go there? Is marriage let me go here. Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys in line and I'll add you. My approval notice got returned to UCIS. What can I do? You have to contact UCIS and request duplicate approval. Will Nigeria be banned from visitor visas? I haven't heard anything about Nigeria being banned, but next month we might see some travel bans. We're going to see some information about that. Trust me, it's going to be interesting. Remember that travel bans are going to be potentially implemented in April. So obviously, I'll let you know once we know more information about it. But it's something that can happen anytime. All right, so I think it's time for us to end our YouTube stream and Facebook. We're staying on TikTok for a little bit longer. So my friends on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, thanks for watching. It was a pleasure to see all of you guys. And a lot of people are asking about ICE targeting single DUIs. They are necessarily targeting people with DUIs. They're targeting everybody right now. You can see that it's not just people who are undocumented. If you're in the wrong place in the wrong time, they will detain you. Sheila is asking if you have a case number already that you have petition and you have a counter ICE, do you need to show the paperwork? I would always show them, Sheila, 100%. I would always show them. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you next week on Instagram and on YouTube and on Facebook. Appreciate you all, guys. Make sure to use the phone numbers to book consultations. Take advantage of that. And I'll see you next week.